How could they, before they couldn't imagine a miracle of Hashem. That was not in their repertoire. That was not in their thought process. So it was my birthday this last week in Parasha's Bo.
Yeah, Mazal Tov.
Thank you. That's why you got these earrings for me. Thank you. And I did something. I made it kind of like a birthday present for myself. It was like a spiritual present. And I basically decided, God willing, please help me, Hashem, that I'm going to go off Facebook. I'm not going to have the app. I'm not going to go and click it. I'm not going to go and go on it all the time. I'm not going to go on it mindlessly. I'm not going to go and scroll.
You just click it,
you just click it, and you just, and you go through your phone and you see what's there. Oh. I am shaking because I'm addicted to this thing. I'm just kidding. I'm born in Parshas Bo years ago. and I realized that like it's part of my essence is having to leave Egypt. Like it's at the end of the Parsha, but like it's part of me. And like it's an important thing that I have to leave Egypt. My birthday Parsha.
Well, we all do. But
we all do.
Yeah.
And we have to, it's a mitzvah to remember leaving Egypt every day.
All the time.
It's a big tikkun. It's a big avoda to like always have to remember, but not just remember, but it's like, let's actually do it in this day and age. Like, where is our Egypt? Where is our Egypt? Mitzrayim means limitations. So where is my limitation? And I have to break free past that. So Facebook was limiting me and was like keeping me in this addiction phase, an addiction mode. Obviously there's good in it, but I was using it for was not good, wasting time and just like, and the whole idea of looking at people's tents, you know, it's like,
what is their life like?
What is their life like? And that was like weird back in the day. Like people didn't do that. You don't look at people's windows, but like that's what we're doing. We're looking at people's windows.
Actually, we're not supposed to do that, like by Torah, right? Like we set up our tents to be off. What is it called? Not right across. You can't see into your neighbor's window or anything. Staggered. Anyway, yeah, you couldn't see into your neighbor's tent.
So now it's like all we do.
Yeah, and then everyone's showing you their tent. Like, look at my life. Yeah,
there is a holy part of Facebook. Like Hashem created everything, and everything can be used. Almost everything can be used for holiness. But like it's on our ability how we're gonna use it.
Limitations. I want to go back to that. I mean, okay, so we've got the social media limitations.
Right.
We know that. I think for me, a lot of it is like lack of emunah, like just a lot of negative thoughts, especially in the pregnancy. Not a lot, but enough. Enough. Yeah. The other day I was like, okay, like Hashem, please help me just like totally trust in you and have so much faith that like everything's gonna be good, everything is good, baby's healthy, Beshalach Hashem. How do you do it? Like, how do parents do it? How do you like just be like, they're fine? Like, they're just gonna go run around and they'll be fine.
Yeah, it's a lot of emunah, a lot of different personalities, styles, you know. That makes a big difference. Some parents are like very like helicopter parents of any age kids. So that makes it much harder because you're probably gonna be stressed out if they do something you don't like. Or
it's very stressed. Yeah, it's like so much anxiety.
Right. I think you worry about not everything. You know what I'm saying? You're not like a warrior. You're worried about...
I'm a warrior.
You're a warrior. You're not a warrior. That was good. Warrior, not a warrior.
Let's ingest that.
Yeah, that's big.
Put that in. How are you?
About my kids, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really worry so much.
Wow. Amazing.
I just like, I'm in Hashem's hands. We're all in Hashem's hands. You get to do our hishtadlus, do our avoda, do our work, but there's no point of worrying.
That's for sure.
Because there's everything to worry about. There literally is, like, Ein Sof, it's not a number of things to worry about. It just could go on and on.
Infinity
number.
Yeah.
I think just like pray. Just like we have to realize how important and how effective prayer is.
I was benching today.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. My Yetzer Hara, when I say any bracha lately, if I'm like saying the Shemona Esrei, the Amidah, or benching, especially the bedtime Shema, I always need to yawn so many times. Like I don't yawn throughout the day. I'm just like so not funny. Yawning, and then as soon as I'm praying, I need to yawn, like, and then I come up, or whatever. Anyway,
oh my gosh.
So this last time today I was benching, and I was like, this is like a recurring problem, and I was like, you know what? This is my Yetzer Hara getting at me. I was thinking like, Hashem can do anything, even like snuff out this yawn. Hashem can snuff out this yawn. This is the first time I thought it today. I was like,
well, good for you, girl.
He can do it. He's going to do it.
That's
Please,
warrior.
Hashem, help me like snuff out this yawn. And I didn't yawn. It was actually it was a nice moment because it connected me. Like, benching, once you get the hang of it, you're like, la, 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 and you're not necessarily like focused on all the words.
I think you're good at that though. Most you're like really focusing.
I try.
Yeah.
I try, but not so much.
Right.
Like, so, but that was a good moment. That moment I was like, Hashem couldn't do anything. He can hold back this yawn. And I was like, and then he did. And I was like, thank you, Hashem. Wow. And I really connected for that moment through the... Wow. So maybe that's what all the yawns were for.
Do you think the yawns distract you?
It's just weird. I'm like, why? Why am I always yawning? Every bracha. Every bracha I do.
For sure the Yetzer Hara, I'm sure.
It's like the Yetzer Hara is like boring. Like, I don't know.
And it's like showing you in your face, like, you don't really like this, do you? Yes, I do. Leave me alone.
Yeah. But thank God, I guess all those yawns were maybe for that one moment of like fighting it.
Right.
I don't know.
So I think the two big things you did was like you identified that it was the Yetzer Hara. That's like one of the number one things you have to do. If something you're struggling in, and once you identify that's the Yetzer Hara, then that's like first step out of your limitations, I think.
Yeah.
Because then you could start going on the path of like, I know you're tricking me, and I know you're here to trick me, and I'm gonna push you away. And we talked to Hashem about it, and he's going to let me through, and he's not going to let you bother me anymore. Like, I'm snuffing out that yawn. It's like, you can see relations. You can always, and every single parsha of every single book, every single week, you have to relate to the parsha, right? So we have to relate to the parsha now, but like we can see for sure parallels of like, leaving Egypt. Like, are we able to leave Egypt today and age? Are we being slaves to something now? Only 1/5 of the Jewish people left Mitzrayim. Everyone else was too stuck. They were too stuck in their Mitzrayim.
They didn't know. They didn't even know that.
They couldn't even like think, understand that like that's what.
There's anything different
better
than slavery.
Right. And finally, Paro, through Hashem's will, he let out the Jews. They finally they're out. Thank God they're out, and they get to the Yam, and then all of a sudden the Yam is there, and they see behind them all the Mitzrayim chasing after them, like ready to wage war. We can't go behind us, and we can't go in front of us. There's a water. What are we going to do? So there's 4 groups of people who decide what they're going to do.
Like 4 ideas.
4 ideas. And the first one was, we'll just pray. We'll just pray to Hashem. He's going to help us. Second one was, we'll just go in the water and commit suicide. The third one was, we'll turn around and just go back. And the fourth one was, we're just going to fight them. And surely there's one that's a good idea. I mean, at least maybe praying, like you said. Praying is a good idea. It always works, right? And Hashem's like, wrong, all wrong. And like, how could it be wrong, right? But he's like, I give you a mission. Your mission was to leave Egypt and go to Har Sinai. That's your mission. Nothing else. You have an action, do it. And Jews put in all their intellect, and they were just like, even obviously, how can we understand this? Like, it's so hard to even comprehend what they were going through. But like, there was a clear mission from Hashem: leave Egypt and go to Har Sinai. Nachshon, I think, was the first one to go in, and then after that it started splitting, and then he didn't went through, and he performed a miracle. How could they? Before they couldn't imagine a miracle of Hashem. That was not in their repertoire. That was not in their thought process. They just couldn't think of that.
Yeah. Nature's the way things work.
Right. But like we have,
even though all the plagues were miraculous.
How could you? How could you doubt Hashem after all those plagues? I mean, like, I don't know. I'm relating it to this day and age of this. Like, we see, like, who could imagine? Like, if you asked someone a year ago, the whole world was kind of going to shut down in a year, or less than a year, in a few months, and everyone would be like, "What are you saying? You're crazy. You're crazy." But like, in a way, that's like that's kind of above nature, right? It's kind of beyond nature.
It's unbelievable that the whole world has shut down. Yeah,
right.
I wonder
I'll ask ourselves that.
What walking through the water in this day and age is. Or we'll see. We're not there yet, maybe. We haven't come to the ocean yet, the water yet. Not the ocean, the sea.
In my mind, it kind of is similar to like just choosing a path of full Kedusha. Just like
holiness.
Full purity.
But my husband had a dream the other night.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. See the Ruach HaKodesh.
He's been having crazy dreams lately, like really cool dreams. So this one was basically that a whole bunch of people were together, and they were they had to jump from like cloud to cloud, or like they were like really high up in the sky, and there was obstacles everywhere, and they had to get something like this, general idea. They had to get from one cloud to the other, one obstacle to the other, and they were like super high up, so they were like leaping and like it was like whoa, and then one guy flies by and he's like, guys, we can fly.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And he's like, you just have to know that you can fly. You just have to believe.
Whoa, I have goosebumps.
Just to believe.
That's big.
You can fly. Yeah. And then slowly all of them just started flying. And it was just about having the faith and believing that you could fly.
It was this week? You got it?
I think it was yesterday or the day before. It was like
it's
really
very much
recently.
this Parasha.
Very recently. Yeah. It's totally, when you were talking about like so walking into the sea, it's like, it's exactly what it is. Yeah. It's having like, total faith.
I can't do that. We can't do that. It's like, block it. Just block that thought because it's impossible.
But that's what the Rebbeim, the Tzaddikim, like the Baal Shem Tov,
right.
Like they would like walk through walls, right? And just like time travel rivers. With their carriages like through the sky.
Kfitz haderech.
What?
It's called Kfitz haderech. They would like not time
short
travel,
time?
But like, like very, very, very short in time. Through like a journey supposed to be 10 hours, like 5 minutes or an hour, let's just say.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they knew that this is just like a veil. It's just an illusion.
It's our mind is putting us in walls, right? Identify it's the Sahara, identify it's a wall, identify it's a limitation, and break it down, knock it down. Like you can knock down the wall. It's in your mind. Maybe you need some sort of
It's really like particles. It's like electron. It's space. It's mostly space and like electrons and particles like moving around. I remember having this discussion with my brother when I was like 7, and he was learning like whatever in school, physics or something. He would tell me like, he's like, there's so much, everything's moving. Everything, all your cells, atoms, like all the atoms are just like moving around, and like electrons, everything's like, and there's so much space in between everything. So including this table, your hand and this table. So if you like maybe try to put your hand through this table enough times, maybe it will go through and then like just get stuck halfway kind of thing, you know, like it's possible. But yeah, we believe in the table. We believe in our, I think I heard Rabbi Manis Friedman say that we don't actually have a real arm. Hashem has the real arm. We have like the image of an arm. Yeah, or a nose or whatever. Like Hashem has the real stuff, and we're just like a reflection.
Wow, it's all just like an image.
Whatever that means.
I have no idea what that means.
Yeah.
So how can we work past our limitations?
The Torah says the best option at that point, at the biggest leaving Mitzrayim, actually literally leaving Mitzrayim moment, was just to have emunah. Not to fight, not to pray even, not to give up. And not to commit suicide, God forbid, and not to like just go back to where you came from and give up. But in order to keep moving forward, just to have complete faith in God, which is such a challenge. But B'ezrat Hashem, please Hashem, give us the power. But we also have to do our hishtadlut.
We do, but their hishtadlut was very simple. I mean, it was really crazy, insane hishtadlut. It was like, what? Walk through the water. But it was just walk. Yeah, it's like, it's also like, it's very simple. Yes, emunah is kind of simple, but it's also even simpler. It's just like, that was the action, that was the requirement. Do it. Like, it's no time for anything else. Here you go and you weiter, you just work through and you just do what you were commanded to do. Nothing else. But the mind stopped them and said, we can't do this. This is beyond nature. This is not something we could do. So they just stopped. It's really intense and hard, but it's also like, it's there. We can do it. Let's maybe give a bracha for everybody, for us.
Can you go first this time?
Okay. I bless us to be able to see past our limitations, like literally be able to see past it. And if we can't see past it, be able to go past it. Not let our limitations, are the way we think we are limited, to hinder us in any way. And to be able to push past all these barriers with 2 hands and realize that either it's the Sahara or it's the snake, whatever it is. It's a snake. It's just trying to stop us. And to know that we can go past it. We have that ability. We have strength. We have like godly strength. It's not my arm, right? It's God's arm. If it's God's arm, I can do anything. God is with us all the time. We should always see that. We should always feel. We should always know that. and be able to push past like anything that comes in our way, and to really trust in Hashem and trust that Hashem could perform miracles like he is literally doing this day and age, and just keep on seeing that miracles are possible in any area of our lives or anywhere in the whole world or our country or anything, and to just like be able to keep that trust strong.
Amen.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And keep the faith. Trust and faith are different, so.
Amen.
Yeah.
I'll get to my bracha in a second, but Avidan was reading some Tanya to me the other day, and he read me, I don't remember what chapter it was, but it said that basically just how the organs are enlivened by the soul, like the soul, basically our organs work because we're like enlivened by our soul, you know, our body works because we're enlivened by our soul. Mm-hmm. So too, when we do a mitzvah, like our organs are bittul to our soul kind of thing, like are subjugated to our soul, nullified kind of. I think this is what he said. So too that our body is nullified bittul to Hashem when we do mitzvahs, when we do Torah and mitzvahs. So like when we go and do mitzvah, so Hashem is like working through our body,
right,
to do that mitzvah. So like how you're saying, like it's Hashem's arm. Mine's like it's like a reflection of Hashem's arm. So like we're out there doing kindness for each other, whatever mitzvahs we're doing. So that's like Hashem coming into this world and working through
like
it.
A shliach or a messenger of Hashem, all of our good deeds.
Yeah.
So our body is really holy. Literally can be always used for holiness.
Yeah. Bezat Hashem. So I bless us all to remember that everything is Hashem.
Amen.
And let's work on our emunah. Please, Hashem, bless us with ultimate faith, ultimate trust in you, that all of our anxieties and worries should just go, and we shouldn't try to control and think that we're in control, because we're really not in control.
Amen.
And I think that's where real peace comes from. Bezat Hashem.
Yeah, that's big. We're not in control. Hashem is in control. We should realize that. Amen. L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Shiach now.
Amen.
Yeah. Are you gonna yawn? I do say bracha.